Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday Fun Day with Miss Andrea. Today we're going to make pumpkin pie crescent rolls. So what you're going to get home is some pumpkin pie spice, some canned pumpkin, crescent rolls, and a little bit of powdered sugar. You'll just need to provide maple syrup, an egg, and milk. Alright, so first what we start with is making the filling. Now I have a big bowl. I don't know if you need a big bowl. So we're going to put all this to the side because this you don't need and this you don't need until you start making the glaze. So for right now, the filling, all you need is the pumpkin pie mix and an egg yolk and pumpkin pie spice. So this should be interesting to see me just get an egg yolk. I don't know, guys. This you want your parents to help with? Am I allowed to call my mom? Isn't that how this works? Alright. Mr. Cameraman, can we zoom down, please? There we go. So we just want the yolk. So you kind of catch it on one end. And then you flippity flop to get all the egg white out. And I already messed it up. That was fun. Be careful what you touch. I'm gonna wash my hands, and then I'm gonna get a spoon and dump it in. A little bit of egg white gets in. It's not the end of the world. So even though I messed up, all I did was I took just a regular spoon, put it right in, and the egg yolk came right out from the egg whites. Alright, so I got a nice fresh spoon. And anything that touches raw egg, you don't want to touch anything else. So you want half a cup of your pumpkin mix. And you could do this right over the bowl so it doesn't get everywhere, right? This shouldn't get everywhere, but I mean, mistakes happen. So just half a cup, it's not a lot. So if you want to use that to make like pumpkin pie, or you know what's really good? I make pumpkin potatoes. So it's pumpkin like this, right out of the can, with mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and like nutmeg and cinnamon and butter, and it's really, really good. So if you want to use the extra for that, by all means, that would be perfect. So now we want to add the pumpkin pie spice, and for that you need just half a teaspoon. And that, a lot of that goes along, a little of it goes a long way, I should say. This is what they put in, if you've ever been to Harry Potter World, you can make the pumpkin juice with this. So, that would do it over the thing and over this, or if you really don't want to get too much in, over the garbage. But that's kind of wasteful. I'd rather it taste more pumpkin-y than the garbage tastes more pumpkin-y. Please don't eat out of the garbage. Okay. Alright. So we're going to mix all this together. Alright. And this is just the filling for your... Make sure the egg gets all throughout. And you're going to bake this. So don't worry about the egg being raw. Okay. Yeah, it's going to get baked inside the crescent rolls. So the glaze won't get baked, but if you put it on while it's hot, that'll be pretty good. Alright, so I already heated up my oven, which I always forget to tell you guys to do. I put parchment paper down and sprayed it. I don't know if you need to do both, but I figured with my luck, we'll do that. So you're going to unroll the crescent rolls, put them on the thing, and then you're going to put, it says a heaping tablespoon of the mix. So this makes 8 rolls, so you want to make sure you're able to put it in all 8 rolls. You know, obviously if you have a picky eater in your house, you might want to just make one plain roll. You might want to get your parents to help with. I know there's like a system to it. What does it say? It says, press spoon at seam until it pops. So let's get another spoon. Alright, so I pressed here where it says the seam, and then you just twist it open and plop it out. There you go. And follow the lines that are on it. And if they rip and it's not perfect, like this got a little bit caught, it's fine. Doesn't have to be perfectly shaped. But what you want to do is first, you're going to lay them flat because you have to put the filling in. So then you just pick up from where you left off. See the seam with the lines? And you just rip from there. And, you know, as always, wash your hands beforehand, of course. I especially wash them after handling the egg. Alright, I'm going to unroll the rest of these and be back with you. Go. Alright, so I've unrolled a few of them. But see how I'm running out of room and I still have more to unroll? But what we're going to do is, for these, we're going to put our filling in, roll them up into crescent rolls, and you're going to have all that extra room. Also, don't eat the dough. It's not cooked. You're going to enjoy it when it's done, right? So it's at a heaping tablespoon. You could use like a real tablespoon if you want. I'm just going to use this little spoon, spread it out. All right. Roll it up. You can probably spread it out a little more. Depends how you want it. Like if you want the whole thing to taste like it, if you want like a crunchy little outside and then get your pumpkin filling in the middle. All depends on your taste. So like see, we could do like that. Right? And that kind of covers all of it. And you roll little, because you want it to look like a croissant. So I'm actually going to pick that up. See how it's like layered? Yeah, see this one? Spread it out. You guys love the pumpkin season, because I do. I'm already enjoying my pumpkin cream cold brews and my pumpkin spice lattes. If you come into the library, I promise I will show you pictures of my guinea pigs who are named Pumpkin and Spice. Fall is my favorite season. It's nice and breezy out. Right? Perfect. Alright, see these? Alright, I'm going to keep going with these. I'm going to put these in the oven and I'll be right back to help make the glaze. Alright, I'll see you guys in a few. Alright, now it's time to make the glaze. So it's time to take your milk out of your fridge. Any kind of milk is fine. If you have oat milk, soy milk, I have lactose-free milk. Whatever you want to use, it's such a small amount, it should be perfectly fine. So you want half a cup of the powdered sugar. I showed you earlier, so I already measured mine out. There you go. Perfect. Only 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. So again, whatever you have at home, if you have light maple syrup, regular, agave syrup, I'm sure you could use that. Maybe even honey, I don't know. It says maple syrup, but whatever sweetener you have would be fine, I'm sure. Okay, and then 1.5 to 1 tablespoon of milk. I'm actually going to use the same tablespoon that I used for this since it's not going in anything. So let's see. So I did like a 3/4 since they weren't very precise with that one little measurement. We'll see how it looks. So what they say to do is combine them all until smooth and put them in a Ziploc bag. Now, what I'm gonna do is combine until it's smooth. This I should have used the bigger bowl for. So if you have bigger bowls at home, this is a good idea. I'm gonna combine it until it's a glaze, which is already getting there pretty good. This might be where they were a little iffy with the milk because you just might need a little bit more. I'm not gonna put mine in a plastic bag because it's like you're making an icing bag, and I think we've done that together before and it didn't go well. So to me, you should be able to take this and drizzle it with a spoon, perfectly fine. It's going to melt onto your hot crescent rolls. So when you put your crescent rolls in the oven, what I did was I separated them out a little bit because they're going to get bigger as they're cooking. And then you let them sit. After the 12 minutes or 10 minutes they cook, keep an eye on them, make sure they're not burning. It says 10 to 12 minutes. So that's what it says in the directions too, so I would go by that. Only because if it says something different on the can, we have to account for the fact that we put stuffing in it, right? Like a filling in it. So you want it to cook all the way through with that extra stuff. So 10 to 12 minutes to cook, and then let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you'll put the glaze on. Let me just make sure. Okay, it doesn't say to put this in the fridge. Just making sure for you guys. So I have about 7 minutes left on my crescent rolls. I'll be back to help you guys put the glaze on. And yeah, I'll see you soon. That looks pretty good. Alright, so we're almost done. So what I do is I used these to get a parent to help if you're moving them from the oven to here. You could take them off of here and put them on a plate and then glaze them as well. I cooked them for 12 minutes and then I let them sit for about 10. Actually, I think I left the timer on. Yes. So there we go. So I just left it on here so you guys could see what I'm really doing, but I really would have preferred moving it to a plate first. So if mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever wants to move it to a plate first, by all means, that's the safest choice. So we're gonna take our glaze and we're gonna mix it some more because it kind of hardened, right? And then just put some over however you want it. And since the crescents are still warm, it should melt right on there. There you go. And you could do whatever design you want. You could make it fancy. If you really want to show me up, you could try to make like a smiley face. That would be cool. Now, the maple syrup to me tasted a little odd. If you want to use honey or something, it would probably be good. But, you know, what I wasn't thinking of, because I tried just the glaze, it might really add to the pumpkin. So we'll have to see afterwards how it all tastes together, right? Because sometimes some things taste weird on their own, but then when it's all one complete project, it makes sense. So remember, we're also doing Friday's programming again. It's not how it used to be where we had pizza and stuff. There's none of that. But we're going to do one program every Friday. And if there's too many people, we're going to split it up and have 10 people at the most. And it should be fun, right? I think it'll be fun. So there you go. These look pretty good. I'm excited because I like I said, everything pumpkin and spice. Ask my guinea pigs. There you go. I'm moving cutting board. I'm not touching the pan right now. So, ta-da! All right, I'll see you guys next week.